Okay. Good morning. So we'll begin standing, or it could be good afternoon or good evening, depending when you're watching this and doing it. So just start with like a big stretch. So take your hands above your head and you can clasp them. Give yourself a huge stretch from side to side, like you just woke up. You could be in your bed and just move from side to side. Good. And then give yourself a little gentle back bend, pressing your pelvis forward, your thigh bones back, tailbone under. Good. And then take your arms out in front of you, give it a nice, beautiful stretch. And then opening up your arms, shake them out, bring them behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, your arm bones are back. Taking a deep breath, just make any sounds you like. Good. And shake that out. And we're going to come up again. Do your non-habitual weird clasp with the other pinky in front. And then stretch the arms up. Let's just go a little bit more from side to side. Breathe in and if your body could talk, what would it say to you today? Ay, no. Good. Beautiful. Shake that out. Feels good. So now big shoulder circles. So I'm bending my knees. I'm going forward, up, back, and down. And you can even make your mouth go with it, like yeah, yeah. It's the beauty of Zoom, right? Yeah. Good. Nice. And then just separating your hips, little softness in the knees. Let's just circle the hips around. I like to say, make believe your hips are a spatula, and you could be inside a mayonnaise or a Nutella or peanut butter jar. And just scrape it off. So bend your knees and see if you can get the whole circumference of the jar. So as we're doing this, I want you to start connecting to your feet. Feel your feet in the floor. And let's go in the opposite direction. So notice when you go around how your feet are making contact with different parts. So you might be on this side, then it rolls around and through. So start to just roll around through your feet. Good. Nice. Beautiful. And then just shake that out. Give it a whole big shake out. Good. Separating, if you were just going to do a little gentle empty coat sleeves. So when you do empty coat sleeves, make believe there's no bones in the arms and just let the arms like swing by themselves. So I'm coming up on my toe, I'm just spiraling the spine. Lift up and spiral, lift up and spiral. Let your hands just, and we can add a little ha breath to this. Ha, 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 a little gentle. So you breathe in when you're center, and then ha, ha. And then you can give a little more of a slap if you like, really wake yourself up. Ha, 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 and ha. Just bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. What's going on here? It's down. Funny little thing, I probably have it on backwards. Sorry. One hand in your heart, one hand on your belly. Relax your shoulders. Just bring your feet parallel. And we'll build this from the ground up. So spreading your toes. About a fist and a half apart. Almost 2 fists, right? Spread your toes, lift them, stretch them apart, and place them down. And then scrunch them. So you're on the big toe. Really stretch the top of your foot. And then put the ball of the foot down. And lift your toes. Try to get that pinky toe up. Many people have an inactive pinky. So stretch that up as best you can. And if you can, this is a neurological connection. Put your big toe down. Stretch your toes apart. Put your pinky edge down. And then place the other toes down. Good. So soften the knees. No lock knees. Feel your feet grounded, thigh bones back. And feel the natural curve of your lumbar spine. You don't want to lose that. So let your tail come out a little, and then bring the tail under, but still maintain your lumbar natural curve. That's the lower spine. Okay. Now bring your hands to your hips. Push the hips down. Feel your spine grow. I'm actually growing off the screen now. And then lift your rib cage. Take a deep breath in. Feel the expansion. Exhale, drawing that navel in. And let your hands slide up. Thumbs in your armpit chest. And just massage your armpit chest. Now stretch your fingers. Stretch your elbows out to the side. Feel the gentle wrapping of the glutes, like your thigh bones are turning gently in. You're activating your legs, wrapping the glutes, growing your spine. Take a deep, full breath in. And this breath is Dirga Pranayama, the three-part breath. So imagine your vessel being filled from the bottom, middle, top. And then when we empty, it's like the vessel is being emptied from the top, middle to the bottom. Okay, so breathe in, bottom, middle, top, fill the vessel, expand. And then exhale, wrap the glutes gently, draw your navel in and up, and lift your shoulder girdle. Good. Breathe in, fill the vessel. And exhale, draw it in and up, stretch up, lift. And feel the back body. And breathe in again. And exhale. Good. Now bring your hands to your chest. Push your hands into your chest and your chest into your hands. Feel the back body strengthening. And then rake these muscles. Stretch in. And rake it open. Beautiful. Good. And then bringing the hands to the shoulders, we're going to do that breath again. So we're going to fill and exhale, down and up. Draw that navel in and up. Wrap the glutes. Now inhale, expansion. Pulsing of the universe. Exhale, wrap the glutes, navel in and up. And again, breathe in and exhale. Beautiful. Now creep those fingers down your back. Feel the stretch in your tricep muscles here, right? Feel the grounding, pushing into the floor, extending, growing. See my elbows? Coming off the screen, okay, but not lifting my shoulders. Now take your left hand and give your arm bone a little stir. And then holding onto the arm bone, take a deep breath in and exhale over. Again, fill the vessel. And exhale, stretch from the outer edge of your right leg through the elbow. Good. Come back up. Switch arms. So your hand is here. Lift. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, stretch your side body. Again, big breath in. Exhale, stretch. Beautiful. Arms into mountain. So mine are up. Anchor those arm bones. Stretch your fingers wide. And I want you to just soften your gaze, close your eyes. Feel your weight in front of your heel, over your arches. Feel the pelvis aligned. Your heart space and the upper palate. Crown reaching. You are the mountain. So find that place where you feel you could stand here for 5 minutes. And I'll set the clock. Kidding. Okay. Just take a few breaths as your mountain. And I want you to feel powerful and strong. Embody the mountain. Beautiful. And bring your arms down. Back here. So we're doing a grounding pose that is really, if you ever feel like flighty, this is beautiful. It's in Reiki and therapy to get people into their bodies, into the earth. So take a deep breath in and out. Now, as you breathe in, bend your knees. Knees come over the second and third toes. Now, as you exhale, really, I want you to push into the floor like you are going to imprint into your mat and wood. Push, activating the legs. Hug the bones. Good. Breathe in and push. See how I'm pushing? Wrap, navel in and up. We can do it 3 more times. Breathe in. If you do this a lot, you can actually get shaky, but I want you to hug those bones, isometric. Breathe in, push, wrap, navel in and up and lift. Again. Beautiful. 1 more time. Breathe in, push, 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 wrap, 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 and lift. Feel your legs. Good. So I might have to stop, step forward. So take your right leg and step it back. And come up on the ball of the foot and press the heel down. We'll come up, stretch your toes. Good. Now bend the front knee. Feel this thigh bone going back, up and back, and this hip up and forward, and this hip down and back. So you're squaring your hips. So this is down and back, this is up and forward. Knee over your second and third toes and come into the cactus arms. So arm bones back, energize, feel your shoulder blades and stretch your fingers. Take 5 breaths here. Scissor your legs towards each other and then energetically grow out. Good. Beautiful. Then come up on the ball of the foot and just cross the foot over. Take your right arm and left arm, and then just bend your knees. And come back up. Take this foot now, and we're going to bend this knee and bring this. I know it's early for balance. See if you could bring this and bend, bring your hands into prayer. So press your palms. The thigh bone is going down towards the floor. Tailbone is going under, so that lifts my heart a little bit. And then step out. Take a deep breath in. So this is the pose I said you could do against a wall, where you bend this knee. And see, then I could come out even lower, possibly. I have the support of the wall. Okay, so let's do that with the other side. Take the left leg back, ball of the foot, this leg is bent, and just press down. You can keep your hands in prayer, push the palms into each other. So that left leg, thigh bone's going back, but the hip is coming, you're coming up and forward. This is coming down and back, so your hips square. Good. And then come back. Ta-da. There you go. And come into your cactus arms. So find your feet, find your grounding. Push into the floor and extend and grow out into this pose. Good. And then step up and just cross over. Bend your knees. Come back up. Take this foot, left foot, and with this, you can even hold on to a wall if you want. Okay, so I'm going to put my ankle here. If you want to hold on to a chair or a wall, feel this thigh bone descending. Right? Tailbone under. And now I'm going to come into a chair. Hinging back, isometric with my ankle and my knee, and I'm going to hold on. Press, 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 press. Draw your navel in and up. Open up your heart space, arm bones back. Good, and come back. So bring your feet parallel. We're just going to hinge down and come into the chair. Bring your arms into chair. And then come up onto the balls of the feet. Stretch and reach. See how tall I'm growing right off the screen. And come down. And we're going to do a pedestal chair. So bringing your big toes and heels together. Let's do a prayer chair. So I'm energizing my legs. Hug, hug in, hug those bones. Press. Thigh bones back, tailbone under. See how that helps you grow? And inhale. As you exhale, bend, push. Now come back into a prayer chair. Push those palms. Feel your inner legs energized towards each other. The spine long in a diagonal. And then grow yourself up. Bring the palms up and just lift your heels. Squeeze, lift, stretch. And then open up your arms. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And we're going to do an even awkward chair, because the chair is called awkward chair. So turn your toes in. Feel your thigh bones turning in, squeeze, right? Bend and come into a chair. So let's be an awkward prayer chair. Squeeze those inner thighs, ground your feet, lift your toes, and then spread them, put them down. Take a few breaths, feeling the energy of this. Coming into center, grounding. And come up, turn the feet parallel. Just bring one hand to your heart, one to the belly. Feel how aerobic, just being static. You don't have to jump around to get your heart rate up. So I'm going to turn sideways and I'm going to have my blocks handy. So So we're going to take a breath in, and then just come over and come into a forward fold. So you can have your blocks, or you can make a tent. Now inhale, half forward fold. Exhale down. Now see where you are, how much you have to bend your knees in this pose and scoop in your belly. And I'm going to show you a little trick. I want you to take your fist and just massage the outside of your legs. And now inhale up and hinge. We're hinging at the hip crests, at the groin, sorry. And now bring your fingers down, straighten your legs. See if you got a little bit more of a stretch in your legs. For some reason, this releases something. Okay, so now come up to halfway. Inhale, exhale, fold and surrender. Inhale halfway or on your blocks. Exhale, fold and surrender. One more time, inhale and fold and surrender. Good. So I'm going to come up towards the front of my mat because I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to give it a lunge back. So come into a runner's lunge, left knee over your ankle. Inhale, press that heel away. And as you exhale, just pulse the knee down. Breathe in, stretch and reach. Really press through that heel. Hug the muscles of your leg bones. Breathe in and push and in. Arm bones back and push and in and push. Now bring the knee down. Walk your blocks back, right? And this is where, so you want to have a nice long spine, and that's where the books or the blocks come in. Flex the foot, right? And we're going to pulse. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hinge back like our chair pose. Inhale. And exhale, draw that navel in, bow down, arm bones back. Inhale, reach up, stretch, and exhale. Last time. Big breath, and exhale. Good. So a bow can even, you could bow as low as you want, but we're warming up. So now I take my blocks, you can use them here. I'm in 2 right angles. I'm going to slide this leg back. This is where you could put a blanket under your knee, if you like. And I'm going to take this hand on my knee, and I'm going to give a little twist. Okay? Now I could press the heel away and lift my knee up, turning my heart. I'm doing it to my back wall. And my arm goes to my shoulder joint, elbow up, and stretch away. So now press through your heel, stretch through both arms, feel grounded in that front leg, and breathe. Good. Bring the knee down, and we're going to take this knee and just, you're going to roll onto the pinky edge of your foot. So I'm opening up the groin area. I'm stretching a little bit that way. So just pulsing. The leg is going to to your left and back. Good. Now take your hands on the inside and slide the left leg away. Now there are many options for this. You can just bend your elbows and bow down. You could put your block here and put your wrists and get a different stretch. Some people might be able to just put their arms on the ground. It's up to you. But I would like your left leg to hug your shoulder. So whatever you're doing, just bend, bow, and breathe into the stretch. Feel the legs. Good, now come out, and we're gonna do a pigeon pose, and I will give you options for pigeon. The way I do pigeon is I bring my heel towards my opposite groin, and the knee is a little outside of the waist. The optimum of pigeon is to have this shin parallel. I don't do that, but if you can, please do. If this doesn't feel right on your knee, another adjustment is to bring your sitting bone towards your heel. So you see my legs are like that. And if that is not in your repertoire today, you could just come over onto your hip, okay? So depending on what's going on in your body, make the adjustment that will give you the stretch you need. So I'm coming in to my pigeon, and I'm gonna curl the back toe. You could use your blocks or come on tented fingers. And I'm just gonna even just circle around or just let my hips sway from side to side. My head and my shoulders are going. Good. Now bring the leg away. I'm stretching it back as much as I can, right? And I'm gonna come to my forearms. You can use your blocks, and I'm just gonna sway from side to side. You can start here, and then work your way down. And you can use your block to rest your forehead, or you can make a pillow with your hands. So I'd like you to tune into your hips and make sure they're square. You're not leaning one way or another, that you're straight, your hips, your left hip is lifted off the floor. And just take a few breaths here. And then just come over onto your hip. Ta-da, and stretch this leg away. So now you have your right leg stretched away. You're sitting on both sitting bones. And lift your left arm up and just slide and stretch over. So your toes and fingertips are reaching towards each other. And come back. Now bend this knee if you need to, and I want you to hold on to the foot. So if you need a tie, or if you could do it with your fingers, as straight as you can make your leg. We're gonna do a push and pull. So press the foot away and pull on it. Now energize, hug your leg bones with your muscles, really, even the calves. This is an isometric stretch, push and pull. You can open up. You want to give yourself a little bit stretch all over, and breathe and smile. And then release. Come onto this arm bone and elbow to fingertips. And we'll do this. Oh, delicious. So my elbows bent, reaching back, I'm pulling on my ankle. Drop, let the tailbone come forward and grow the pose. I'm a side bow. My arm bones are back. And let your heart beam forward. Let's take a few breaths here. Feeling the stretch in the quadricep. Good. Now releasing that, we're coming into the cow's head pose. So you want to turn your thigh bones in. Now some of you might be like this. You might want to sit on your block if that gives you a better stretch, okay? Better formation. Ideally, your knees are like lips on top of each other. And years ago, mine used to be. But the best way to get there is turn your thigh bones in and your calf muscles out, okay? Sit up tall. Take your left hand up and bend it. Pat yourself on the back. Take this hand, make a shift. Let's take a few breaths here, grounding into the pinky edges, your sitting bones. Grow your spine, crown reaching. Relax jaw. Access your breath. And then take this hand, thumb down, and come behind. You can hold on to your shirt or a tie, or if you can make a union, this is the cow's head. So just breathe. We're going to take 5 breaths in cow's head. And then take your right hand and just bring it into your shoulder joint and just give it a little pulse. My thumb is here, my hands are here. Give it a little pulse. And then slide your hand across a few times. Good. And then shake your arms out. Just feel the difference between the 2 arms. And we'll do the same thing with the other side. Anchor your arm bone. Pat yourself on the back. Make a shift. Feel tall, strong, and powerful. Take this hand, thumb down. Breathe. So you're breathing right into this opening, into your heart space. Good, and shake your arms out. Squeeze your shoulders to your ears. So here's something fun. We're gonna come into a twisted dog. So you come over, make sure your block is away, curl your toes, and come into a dog, a twisted dog, right? Lift your heels, press your chest to your thigh, and walk your hands around to the right as far as you can stretch. Give yourself a little stretch. And then walk the other way. And you'll see your feet will turn and they'll be in a railroad track. And then you can either bend your knees and jump, hop, or just walk your legs together and come into a downward dog hold. So you could be on the balls of the feet, claw your mat, wrists in middle of the wrist in line with your shoulders, arm bones back. Let's take 5 breaths here. Thigh bones back, tailbone under, chest towards your thighs. Good. And then walk your hands towards your feet. You could bend your knees. See how your forward folds might have gotten a little better since we started. You've been working on those legs. Now bend your knees, hands on top of your thighs. Come to standing. Bring your hands behind you. Rub your back. Press your pelvis, thigh bones back, tail under and stretch. Good. Coming up to neutral, I'm going to turn the other way because we're going to do that sequence on the other side. So I know pigeon pose can be a challenge And when I started yoga, that was a pose that almost brought tears to my eyes, but over time it's gotten much better. So as we say, sensation is one thing. When we feel it in our muscles, we don't want any sharp pains in our joints. So knees, ankles, wrists, elbows, shoulders, okay? So that's always a great rule of thumb. And to back off, we don't have to go 100% into everything. So coming to this side of my mat, having my blocks, I'm going to inhale the arms up, and then I'm going to hinge down into a forward fold. Breathe in halfway. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. So hands on either the blocks. So I want to turn this way because now I'm going to bring my left leg back into a big runner's lunge, right? So I'm going to have my blocks handy so I can have a long spine. Press through the heels, right? Arm bones back, heart open. Hug your leg muscles. Scissor towards the center. And then exhale. Feel your expansion. So breathe in. The knee comes down. I'm going to bring this foot a little forward. Breathe out, press back. Breathe in. Breathe out, push through that heel, strong leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Bring the knee down. We're going to walk back. Right? And stretch. So the heels are coming towards my sitting bones. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to walk forward and lift my heart. Exhale. Hinge. Flex. Breathe in. Arm bones stretch. Tailbone down. Notice when you let the tailbone curl under. And you can lift up a little more. Thigh bones back, tailbone under. Come back, flex. 2 more times, breathe in. Exhale fully, navel in and up. And last time. And back. Good. So coming back, right angle here, right? We're going to slide this leg back a little, and you have an option. We're going to turn, so your right hand's coming to your thigh, and just rotate the spine around. So you could be on tented fingers or your block, right? Arm bones back. Let your heart shine toward wherever you're facing. Bring that left arm bone back, right arm bone back. And then press through the heel. You can lift the leg and just stretch up. Radiate. Stretch through the fingers. Webs of your fingers. Breathe. Push through the heel. Radiate out in all directions. Good. And then bringing that hand down, the knee down. You're going to take the pinky edge of your right leg, and you're just going to, I'm sliding my left leg back, but just going to roll onto your pinky. So I'm lifting up, you can see. And then bow down. So I'm sliding this leg back. I'm just trying to bow down a little bit. Hug your shoulder with your bent knee. Stretch the long leg away. Arm bones back. Good. And now take your foot and we're going to bring it into a pigeon. So I'm sliding my back leg away. My knee is a little outside my waist. My heel is coming towards my groin. Make any adjustment that works for you. You'll feel the stretches on the side of the thigh. That's where you want to feel it, okay? So curl the back toe and then let the hips sway. Good, slide the leg away. Now, walk your hands a little forward. We're gonna do it a little different on this side. We're gonna do some writhing where your shoulders are gonna go outside the edges of your fingers. Just go side to side. And if you can bend your elbows. Same thing. And if you want, make a little pillow or your block. Just breathe into the stretch on the side of the thigh. Stretch the long leg away. Good. And then coming back up, we'll writhe back up. So writhe on your forearms and come up to your hands. Good. And then just come on to that hip and stretch this leg away. And if you need any adjustments, you can always go like that, okay? Just sit for a moment. Flex the long leg. And wherever you can hold on. If you can get your hands around the ball of the foot, great. Or you can always bend it, just press through the heel. Lift up, right? So we're just gonna do this stretch first. Stretch it away. Fingertips and toes. Breathe. Good. Now come up and just do that isometric. Push and pull and feel the energy of that leg. Good. And then release it. Come onto your forearm and your hip. We're going to do a nice quad stretch. Pull. Let's take 5 breaths here. And grow the pose, if you like, into a bow. Your tailbone down, thigh bone back. Press your pelvis. Open up your heart. Your arm bones are back. And your shoulder blades, your wings are letting your heart fly open, unencumbered and free. Beaming. Let your heart beam light now. Good. Keeping that beautiful beacon beaming out of hope and light. You can sit on your block or blanket. And we're going to bring this leg in, thigh bones in, calf out. And I'm going to bring the other leg around. So you can see one side is always different than the other. One side has more flexibility. It's usually our non-dominant side. Our dominant side is more developed. Good. So we're going to do our cow's head. Just get grounded here on your pinky edges, sitting bones. Grow your spine. Take your right arm up and bend it. Pat yourself on the back. Make a shift. And then take this hand, thumb down, bring it around. Hold your shirt. Beam out that beautiful beam of light, the beacon. How shiny. And then shake your arms out. Good, we'll do the other one. This arm up. Notice the difference between the sides. Pat yourself on the back. Right in the center if you can, on your spine. Thumb, elbow up. Good. Take this hand, thumb down, bring it around. Let's take 5 breaths. Feeling the expansiveness in the whole heart space, shoulder joint area. Good. And then shake your arms out. Head. Good. So we're going to come over onto our twisted dog, and then we're going to come over onto our back. So let's just do our twisted dog. So it's a nice release for your legs. Stretch, press up, and walk your hands over to your left. Stretch, and then to your right. And then come back into your nice dog, up on the balls of the feet, heels back. Just fold over like origami. Good. And then hop. You could bend your knees and hop, skip. Just walk your feet into a nice downward facing dog. Give your back body a beautiful stretch. Big breath in and a big ha as you bend your knees and make your way onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Okay? Roll yourself down. Knees into the chest. Bring your feet to the floor. Okay, so walk your shoulders away from your ears, right? Nice, long. Just let your head look up between your knees and then lower your head. Bring your arm bones back. Feel your shoulder blades flat. Now lift up your pelvis and bring your tailbone away from you. Draw it away like you're lengthening your spine, and then bring your lower back down. And I want you to feel the natural curve of your lumbar spine. Don't lose it, okay? So just rest for a moment. We're going to do a little bit of ab work, a twist, and then a relaxation and some breath work. So bringing your palms down, a little away from your body. We're going to tip the pubic bone towards the floor, so you really have the exaggerated lumbar. And then the pubic bone comes towards your nose. So you're dropping your navel in and down. So just do that a couple of times. You're rocking the pelvis. I always thought that would be a good name for a rock band, right? Or maybe not. Rock your pelvis. So the navel comes down with your waist, tailbone. Good. And then come back to a neutral. Bring your hands to your belly, and I want you to feel the expansion for the 3-part breath. So bring your breath down into your hands. And then exhale, draw that navel towards the spine and up towards the heart. And then again, breathe in. And exhale. And breathe in. And exhale. Now bring your hands to the sides. So I'm bringing my palms to the sides of my rib cage. And inhale, feel the expansion of the rib cage. And as you exhale, I want you to knit those ribs towards each other. I'm pushing in. And let your navel still come in and up. But focus on the ribs. Expansion. Exhale, knit them. Expansion. And knit. One more time. Expansion. And knit. Good. Bringing the palms down, bring your knees into your chest. Stretch your legs up. And we're going to use this principle as we work our legs with the abdominal connection, okay? So you're going to breathe out, flex those legs. We've done a lot with the legs, so they should be strong. Make sure you have room, right? That's an in-breath. Now I'm going to exhale, squeeze, I'm pointing, squeeze those inner thighs, and feel your navel coming in and up and the ribs knitting together. And then inhale, stretch out, reverse the cross, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze the abs. Good. Breathe in, expand. So do this a few times on your own, as fast or as slow as you want, but really expand and then contract to center. Open up, expands. Squeeze tight. Feel that connection. Good. And kick your butt. And we're going to do another one that will foretold the winter. This is called cross-country skiing, right? So my heels are just about in line with my sitting bones, my arms. I like to stretch my fingers for this one. Anchor your arm bones. So it feels nice and strong. So it's alternate arm and leg. So, I don't know, the opposite. So they go forward and back together like this, right? Like you're cross-country skiing, don't even think about it. I've never done it, but I'm assuming this is how it is. Or it's like walking, when you swing your arms when you walk. So do that, but this time you're doing it with, even though you're breathing, you are engaging your abdominals. And you still have that lumbar curve. You're not flattening unless you have a back issue or lower back issues where this doesn't feel right. So do it, it's good for you. Good. All right, make it vigorous. Good, and jiggle, 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 jiggle. Bring your arms out, palms down, feet as wide as your mat, and just windshield wipe the legs. So the next time your right leg comes down, you can leave it here, but another option if you want to take it to the next level is to take your ankle, bottom of your leg, on the bottom of the other thigh, and just weight it down. You'll feel a big stretch in here, right? Shoulder blades on the ground, tailbone under, thigh bone, your right thigh bone's coming back. Just breathe into the expansiveness of the front here. Begin to relax your jaw. Relax your breath. And then come back up. Separate. Windshield wipe again. And then bring the other leg down. You can stay here, or if you like, bring the weight of the other leg and grow your pose. Tailbone under, this thigh bone's coming back. Stretch your arms away and take 5 breaths. And then bringing the legs up, bring the knees into your chest, make a little ball. Good. So we're going to take a few minutes for a brief shavasana, and then we'll come to seated and do a little breath work. So bring your sitting bones. If you have a wall, if not, you can lean up against it. You could put your feet on a chair or couch. But if you have a wall, you bring your sitting bones, my hip, right against the wall. And then I just try to slide around like that and get my sitting bones as close. I have a molding here, so that's where it's going to be. And I'm just going to stretch out and breathe. So if you want to do it lying down like we do regular shavasana, whatever works for you. We're just going to take a brief shavasana. So just let your body integrate, relax, and rest. Let your breath be relaxed, soft and silky. And then very slowly, if your legs are up the wall, just bend your knees. You can either push away or just roll over onto your side. If you're lying down, come into fetal position. And then slowly, very slowly, without disturbing your peace and equilibrium, come to seated. Soft senses, soft gaze. You can sit in a chair or any way that you are comfortable. But be on your sitting bones. Feel the natural curve of your back as your tailbone is under, arm bones back. Nice long spine, relaxed shoulders and jaw, relaxed being. So we'll start with just the 3-part breath, filling your vessel, feeling if the breath is different now than when you first began. We're going to do, it's called the skull shining breath. It's a purification breath called Kapalabhati breath. Some of you might know it. If you don't, you can bring your hands to your belly button, navel, fingers, pelvic region. It's a subtle inhalation. You're not going to be conscious of inhaling, but it's a forceful exhalation. So it goes like this. So try that, okay? Just make it gentle. People do it fast and slow. I'll show you the different methods, but today I'd like you to do it slowly and just do it 20 times. And take a deep breath in and let the air out of your mouth go. And come up and just fill 2/3 full. And pull up on your pelvic floor, draw your navel a little in and up and just drop your chin. Lift your chin, exhale, release the locks. Just breathe normally. And we're going to do an alternate nostril breath. So your hands are in what we call Vishnu Mudra, thumb and ring finger. So take a breath in with both nostrils, close off your right, exhale through the left. All right, I'm mirroring you, but I'm not. Do it the other way for you. I'm confused. Breathe in through your right. Breathe in through both nostrils. Close off your right, breathe out through your left. Breathe in through your left. Close it off with your ring finger. Breathe out through your right. Breathe in through your right. Close it off. Breathe out through your left. So continue with a relaxed in and out breath, alternate nostril. bring a slight pause at the top of the inhalation, the bottom of the exhalation. It's very gentle. Now the next time you exhale on your right, release the mudra, take a deep breath in through both nostrils, and exhale. This is a balancing breath. So we're going to spend a minute doing the mantra, which is inhale, hum, exhale, sa. Okay, so just say it. And if your mind wanders, just bring it back to the mantra as you inhale and exhale. Now release the mantra. Just sit and breathe for a moment. And bring your hands into prayer position. Bring your thumbs to your heart. Lift your heart. And may the peace in your heart bring peace to the world. So let's seal our practice by chanting the universal sound of Om. Big breath all the way to those toes. Namaste. Thank you.